So I'd have to say it's probably time for an update on how my voice is doing. I haven't been practicing it as much as I should, but I haven't just talk. I talk to myself all the time, and I do talk to myself a lot in this voice. So perhaps I'm getting better. I don't know, but I did find a different route that I would like to go down to make my to get my male to female voice. Before, I noticed that whenever I talked to my cat, I talk in a certain voice that was very high pitched, and it was very easy for me to get into that. Well, it also occurred to me that whenever I'm tired, I have a much softer and quieter voice that might be considered feminine, I guess. Like for instance, usually whenever my mother is leaving for work, and I mean, she'll usually just ramble a couple things off whenever I'm still waking up. Like, remember that the furnace is broken today and someone's gonna come by and fix it or whatever, and I'll just be like, okay, thank you. I'll wash the dishes today. I don't know, but my voice is very unenthused and not much accentuation in the sounds. Not moving my vocal muscles very much, and it also it keeps the sound very soft, and it also keeps the sound without much vibration in the background, like a male voice would have. So I think what I would do is I just raise the volume of that a little bit, and I maybe raise the pitch a little bit. I don't know for sure how high pitched I want to go. Like for instance, I can go a little bit higher pitched like this, but I don't want to be annoying. I don't want to annoy you guys or everybody around me, because I know most females actually have a kind of low voice, at least the ones I'm around. Of course, the thing is, female and male voices are such a huge spectrum. I know some females that have male-ish voices, and I know some males that have female-ish voices, and people respect their gender perfectly. So perhaps I don't have to have a 100% good voice. Like, I don't think I'm going to get surgery for a voice. I don't think it's all that important, because money doesn't grow on trees. Now, to test out this voice, I have one of my favorite books ever, Exploring Giant Molecules. So in Exploring Giant Molecules, it goes through a lot of like the history of giant molecules and monomers and polymers and whatnot. Of course, this was made in 1969, so the history wasn't nearly as big as it is now. But let's read a couple paragraphs just to get a good idea, or like a good sample of my voice right now. Whatever you want. Man's brief acquaintance with giant molecules has brought miraculous changes in his way of life. The concept of the giant molecule was born near the turn of the century. At that time, the terms polymer, high polymer, and macromolecule, used in scientific circles for giant molecule, appeared in research reports with increasing frequency. As more and more was learned about the structure of the giant molecules, scientists began to examine substances in the light of this new concept, and with amazing results. Giant molecules are generally constructed from a large number of small units, each of which is made out of a number of atoms bonded together. These small units are called monomers. The word monomer is derived from Greek and means one part or one member. A giant molecule can be called a polymer, which means many parts or many members. If the number of monomers is very large, the polymer is called a high polymer or macromolecule. All of these terms are part of the language of science. Each has a very definite meaning that helps provide a clear understanding of scientific discoveries and the fascinating substances that are being created as a result of the new knowledge. Awesome book, isn't it? It's already starting off right. But, so I think my voice is kind of going okay, but I would like to have you guys' input. I mean, I know this channel isn't very big. Thankfully, my main channel, I've gotten my first few paychecks. I made $1,000, then $500, $1,000 from last year's ads, and then $500 from January's ads. And I think I'm going to invest that money, or a little bit of it. I'm going to invest a lot of it in a shed so I can actually have a room instead of having my workbench and machines and stuff to repair all inside my little 10 foot by 10 foot room. But I think I'm also going to get laser hair removal, which I think that'll be pretty awesome, because even in the end, I won't have to shave. I mean, I know I'm not going to not transition, but I mean, even besides transitioning, laser hair removal is a good idea, because I don't want to keep going through as many razors. Of course, I'll be shaving everything else on my body, so it's not really all that much. But usually, the rest of the body can be shaved with a more blunt razor. The stuff up here, it really hurt. It can really cut easily. So I don't have to. I don't have to swap out my I wouldn't have to swap out my razors every like 3 months. I can go maybe longer. I don't know. I don't know if I want to, though. They're only $1 a piece. Now I'm rambling. That's what happens whenever I forget what I'm talking about. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching. See ya!